Well, hello. This is Alan from both sides of the pond, and I'm going to a few drops. I'm doing a Publix run today. The majority of I've got 3 drops in St. Augustine, but I've got this one to get out of the way of first. And it's a beautiful sunny day. It's 84 degrees on October the 21st, 2021, here in Florida, United States of America. Yeah, so interesting little drive here. There's no real easy route using interstates, etc., to where I'm going, so I've got to use a lot of these country roads. And they're a pain in the butt, really, but this is a little bit better than where I've been going through. I've been going through a lot of towns which slow you down a lot with traffic lights and speed limits, etc. But let me tell you, I had and I've got no viewers right now, but I'm going to make this public after it's finished and you can watch it then. But I had the load from hell this week. The load from hell. I had a pickup I was supposed to do on Friday, and then drop it off. The place I drop it off, I pick up and take what I pick up at the drop off back to the original location. So it's just shuttling stock for Publix DC. So I goes up there on Friday. My delivery, I had to have it there by Friday evening. Got it there Friday evening about 8:30 p.m. That's 20:30 if you're in the military. And no problems. The load I was supposed to pick up to bring back to Florida, to Orlando, is supposed to be ready it's come back to Lakeland, in Florida. It was supposed to be ready on the Saturday morning. So it wasn't ready on the Saturday morning. They says, it's going to be about 2300 on Saturday night. So, oh dear me, there's 24 hours already. So Saturday night at 2200, I goes over to the shipping office and it says we have no paperwork, so we're going to have to cancel the load. It's, oh dear me, I sat here for 24 hours, no load. What the hell am I going to do? Go back to bed and get in touch with somebody in the morning. So when we're going to be delayed in any way, shape or form, we have a number we have to call, and I called that. It's a Publix number, and they says, oh no, that doesn't sound right. Put me on hold, made inquiries, come back and says, no, it's not cancelled, but it's not ready yet. So we're going to load the trailer and they'll let your dispatch, night's dispatch, know when it is ready. So I contact our dispatch to let them know as soon as they call you, call me, and I'll hit the road. So at that point, there's nothing further I can do. Goes to bed. I go to bed, wake up in the morning, broad daylight, still no phone call. Calls my DM, who is now in the office, and because Tina works weekends, and she made inquiries. Oh, they've just completed. It's ready now to go pick up. So I goes and picks it up. It's like 8:30. It's a seal load, so I can't do anything with it. But I always look in the inspection door to see how the load has been distributed, so I know where to put the tandems. So I look in, and everything's forward. It's about half of a truck. It's about half of a trailer worth of inventory, and it's all forward, and it's milk, so it's a heavy liquid. So I say, oh shoot. So goes into the shipping office, asks what the weight is, and he says, it's only 36,000 pounds. You got no problems, it's perfectly legal. I says, yeah, 36,000 pounds, but it's all forward. I've still got to meet the axle weight laws. 12,000 for your steers, 34,000 for your drives, and 34,000 pounds for your tandems. You are allowed a little bit extra on your drives and your steers if you got an APU, but I don't, so that's my limits. And I was on hole 3, so I was considering moving it to hole 1 because of the way forward it was, but I thought I'll take it to the scales and see how that works. Now, where I was, which is Dacula in Georgia, which is quite close to Atlanta, it's on the northeast side of Atlanta, or pretty close, not far off 85, because there's not that many places in the right direction or even in the wrong direction. There's not that many scales close. So I goes to the one just south of 285, and it's scaled out at 37,500 pounds on my drives and about 21,000 pounds on my tandems. So obviously illegal. 3,500 pounds overweight on my drives. I knew that moving from hole 3 to hole 1 was not going to move enough weight to make it legal, but I tried anyway. Now, the place I went to, the assistant was an idiot, and tried for ages to get her to take payment on my corporate card, but she kept making mistakes. So in the end, I got sick of it, and I said, "Oh, put it on my own personal credit card, and I'll claim it," which is a pain in the ass. But you know, anything just to get this expedited. So we found out it was illegal. I said, "Oh shit!" So I had to went back, moved it to Hole One. Hold on, let me watch these guys. I don't trust trucks. Some of them just pull out. Yeah, so pays for it, moves it all the way to Hole One, and at this point I noticed there's milk pissing out the back of my trailer. So it's like, oh, for God's sake, what the hell? Obviously the load's moved, and it's there's the cartons of milk, some of them are bust, and it's now coming out my trailer. So I look at the inspection door, and sure enough, there's a load of cartons, milk crates that had fell over. The cartons had come out, some of them had bust. So I was like, can this get any worse? So I, you know, put it on the Hole One, went and rescaled. It was still £35,500 on the drives. So I'm not running with £1 over, never mind 1,500. I'm just not going to risk a heavy fine just to save a little bit of time. So I had to go all the way back to Tacoola. And by this time, obviously, I couldn't get back to Lakeland in Florida because of going back to get home that night. The plan was, you know, Saturday night was to get home. Sorry, Sunday morning to get home, Saturday night, sit and watch the football, the Sunday night football with my wife, and then sleep in my own bed. But that was now out of the window, because by the time I get over to the cooler and then get back to where I came from, I've lost enough time on my 11 to make that route possible. So I'm kind of pissed, but oh well, whatever. Goes back, they apologise, they restack it and everything, seal the load up, and that took about 3 hours. I looked at the inspection door. I had 2 load locks on, but I couldn't tell, even with a flashlight, if they had shrink wrapped the cartons. But they knew the situation. I thought, well, obviously they've learned the lesson, they're not going to do that again. So goes to the scale, scales it out, and it's barely legal. I was at I had about 300 pounds under the 34 on the drives, and still nothing on the tandems, the trailer axles. So they had moved it, and they made it legal, but only barely. And this was on Hole One. I couldn't move it any further forward. So it's like, oh shit! And I was nearly empty tank of diesel, so I had no way of filling the tanks and keep it legal. So I had to make multiple stops on the way down because I couldn't put more than a quarter of a tank of diesel in, because the mess up they'd made. And it's you know, just not going to get home that night. So instead of being in my own bed, my comfortable bed, I'm now back in the truck for another night, which is unnecessary. But it is what it is. Thought I was getting home Saturday night, and I'm not even getting home Sunday night. So stopped at the welcome centre on the Florida-Georgia border, southbound on I-75. Stayed there that night. It's quite a nice rest area, pretty clean, and good, nice clean bathrooms. Goes down the next day, gets to the Publix eventually. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. I can't remember now. And so I was telling the security guard, you know, the amount of cock-ups that I had. He said, oh, well, at least you're here now. You know, it's over. Nothing else can go wrong. So then when I parked up, I noticed, once again, there's milk pouring out of the back. So went to the receiving office, told them, hey, I'm here, here's the load. Sorry I'm late. It's all your guys' fault. Nothing to do with me. Badly distributed load, and then, you know, insecure load, went over, blah, blah, blah. And it's gone over again. So we broke the seal and opened the doors, and there had been 2 load locks on there, but they'd never obviously pre-cooled them. What's going on here? Give me a second. I'll just see what's up. We got I don't know why the truck driver's parked over there. So yeah, the thing is, our load locks are made of metal, so they shrink and they expand with heat. So if you've got a refrigerated trailer, cooled trailer, you're supposed to keep the load locks in there. Oh, there's bears for the next 16 miles. So you're supposed to keep the load locks in there so when you do fasten them, they don't fall off. Obviously they didn't do that. They probably had them out in the hot Georgia sunshine, and then they put the load locks on, they contracted and fell off. Not only that, but they didn't shrink wrap the crates. They had shrink wrapped all of the crates forward, but the last 4 pallets, they didn't shrink wrap them. So there's just 2 load locks there to secure them. They fell off, and obviously the load went over again. So then I had to wait about 3 hours for a manager to come out, inspect it, and then sign off on the load. And eventually I dumped the trailer and said, let me out of here. So that was my load from hell. Probably the worst one I've ever had while I've been trucking in this country. It was a pain in the butt, but never mind. That's all behind us. Right now, as I say, I'm on Highway 19 in Florida, a nice back road, and I just couldn't find a better route to where I'm going that had more interstate and, 4-lane highway. This is going to be a pain in the ass coming home because it's going to be heavier traffic. Probably going to be coming home 5, 6 o'clock, and then some of it's going to be in the dark. So I'm going to try and find a way of getting on 75 or 95. I don't think I'll be able to, but we'll see. 37 miles to go, 37 slow miles. That's what they are. Lots of stops and starts and 55 mile an hour speed limits and so on and so forth. But it's a lovely day, and if you're out in your truck, it's a beautiful day. Like I say, sunny, 83 degrees right now. Out in the nature, all the beautiful trees and all the wildlife, although I hope none of them walk out in front of me. I would particularly be upset to hit an animal, especially a bear. See deer all the time on the sides of the roads. Worries me like crazy. Well, that worries me, but I get concerned. And I would be felt leaving very disturbed if I heard an animal. But never mind. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and let you enjoy the drive. Oh, by the way, hit the subscribe button down below. The more subscribers, the better it is for me to keep this channel going. And who knows, maybe get a little bit of sponsorship, get some of the companies to send me sample products so I can review them, sample things that truckers might use. Could be dash cams, could be load locks, could be whatever, but I need the subscribers. So hit the subscribe button below, please. Let's get those numbers up and allow me to try and sell this site so we can do some good stuff, take it to the next level. Subscribe! He said subscribe, and thou shall subscribe. But winter's coming, Jon Snow, you bastard. Winter's coming. I did say I was going to shrug, didn't I? Well, I will in a minute. But I did notice, not last week, but the week before, 2 black cats came knocking at the door. One had whiskey, one had rum, and one had a poker sticking up its bum. No, that's not what I was going to say. 2 weeks ago, I came back through Wyoming. I'd had a load in Washington, and that was going to near Memphis. Came through 80 in Wyoming, and it was beautiful. Probably one of the best trips through Wyoming I've ever had. No wind, beautiful weather conditions. A few days later, Wyoming's closed down. I-80's closed down for snowstorms already in October. Also, they closed 25 down in Denver as well. Colorado, not Denver, I keep saying that. So yeah, winter's coming, Jon Snow, you bastard. Started to pack the truck with, I've got a nice little cubby hole. It's not really easy accessed. So I store all my winter equipment in there. If you drive a Volvo, like mine, it's above where the microwave goes. There's a little side entrance into it. It's really hard to access, but it's perfect for storing stuff that you might never need. You certainly don't need on a daily basis, but I'm starting to pack it up with my balaclavas and my thermal long johns and thermal socks and all the stuff I'm going to be needing for the winter. Hopefully never use them, but you never know. Well, thank you. I will shut up now and let you enjoy the drive. Salt Springs. We're at Salt Springs. It's very country here. Fairly country. seen a bear yet. Ain't seen no birds. On my way to Palatka. Never heard of it. Mr. In a hurry. How much over the speed limit do you want to go?